Welcome back to Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Last time, we finished exploring the Luminous Caves, and we explored that very tall series of elevator shafts and winding platforming sections in the middle of the castle. Then, once we finished exploring the caves, we went through this weird gate, and now we're somewhere completely different. So, let's see what's going on here. In the Skywalkway, we got the knife. Normally, the knife is... Oh. Trying to talk about the knife, and suddenly... Juste and his boyfriend are having another marital dispute. Oh yeah, if you caught that line right there, that's right. Juste Belmont is actually the grandson of Simon Belmont from the original Castlevania. And you may notice that he's mentioning how Simon destroyed the remains of Dracula. That's referring to Castlevania 2 on the NES. Looks like Maxim is trying to ape on Simon's accomplishments. Wow. The gaslighting from Maxim, so crazy. But anyway, that's some pretty important knowledge that just got dropped on us. Looks like the remains of Dracula, who is currently not incarnated, may or may not be laying somewhere around the castle, so that'll definitely be something to look out for. That sounds pretty important. Now, what's not important is the knife. It sucks. It's pretty much always the first sub-weapon you get, and it's just a very quick, low-damage ranged attack. It might seem impressive that I killed that enemy in one hit, but I assure you, it's not. Those enemies have about no health. Let's find a real enemy, first of all. Oh, I blocked that guy's spear by spinning my whip around. Funny. There's a life max right down here for us. That's good. Wait, let's keep on climbing up. This section of the castle, they really love spamming these wing skeletons. I'm sorry, flying bone. That's what they're called in this game. And the balloon enemies. There are a whole lot of them. There's a uncursed potion? No, I'm sorry, an anti-venom up here. Good stuff. Oh, big balloon. This is one of those few instances where the limp whip technique is actually quite useful, because you can just take down all the weaker enemies like that right there. Guess there's a room we haven't been in here, so let's take a look. You guys will let me through anyway. Oh! That would be another dead end. Anyway, well, the knife, not that impressive of a sub-weapon, although some of the spells are actually pretty unique. If you've played other Castlevanias, you would recognize this wind knife spell here as 1,000 blades, 1,000 knives, whatever the hell it's called in any game. Pretty cool. I suppose the damage is actually pretty decent to a single target. Hopefully there will actually be good targets. Here we go, let's try down this guy. Oh. It's pretty fun to hit them very frequently, although only 5 or 10 damage per hit. It's actually quite unimpressive. But let's see what other spells the dagger has. Knife, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care. Another full screen attack. I mean, still pretty whatever. Another very basic spell. Yeah, the knife is not very impressive. What is impressive that all of our MP is gone now, so first of all, let's head back. I don't really feel like using the knife anymore. Let's head back to the fist. Because the fist actually does have very cool spells. I forgot to show it last time, but in particular, the wind fist attack is really, really good, actually. I completely forgot how good it was. And should be a save room just up ahead, so I'll be able to actually show this off in a second. And that's odd. There's you look closely, there's a weird wall that stands out in the save room. That's kind of odd. Maybe we'll find out what's up with that pretty soon here. Alright, let's move on. Wind Fist attack. Pretty cool. Give me a skeleton. Here we go. Check this out. Well, it completely missed because he backed off of the screen, but if we can find another skeleton, the damage on that whip attack is actually very legit. I'm sorry, that fist attack. Look at that. 136 damage. That's like 100 extra damage than our just plain old whip strike. Pretty good. Anyway, there's a boss right here, and he's a real pain in the ass. Let's say that. If you remember in the previous episode, I was showing you how much it sucks to get cursed. This is the boss that will really show you how much it sucks to get cursed. So let's avoid getting hit by him if possible, and just keep punching him. Oh, the MP cost on this little Hadoken Juste is actually it's pretty cheap. Oh jeez, get out of the way of that. The damage is really legit for how cheap it is as well. It's really good. Try. Oh no. Oh yeah. Look at how much damage that guy does. Now we're cursed, so we're having an even harder time dodging him. And combined with the low amount of invincibility frames you get after taking a hit in this game, you can just get trapped inside of his body and just get stun locked. It really sucks. I feel like this is one of the harder bosses in the game because of that. It's a real pain. This guy has a lot of health. Well, let's dodge that punch. I'm sorry, that was his laser attack. He has a very similar looking punch attack. There's his punch. Pretty easy to dodge, though. None of his attacks are all that crazy to dodge. You mostly just gotta look out for if he, like, tries to land on top of you. It's a bad idea to be in the corner like this as well. You do not want him to corner you. He's still going, man. Oh, it's not a good idea to use that in midair. You just sink like a rock. This is a situation where the slide kick is definitely good. You can just so quickly make him escape like that or head under him. Oh, I'm cursed again. Can't dash. Really low health. Yeah, let's just heal up here. I do not want to risk dying, even though there's a save room right there, so it really would be a minor inconvenience. And, well, it's an inconvenience we don't even have to worry about, because we actually beat him. I'll definitely take this orb to heal, but then I'll just head over and save right away anyway, because I don't really want to redo that fight. It's a big pain. Especially if you're the type like me who usually just speeds right through the game and skips over a lot of stuff. You will usually be pretty low level at this point if you do that, and then that guy can really give you a reality check. He can just kick your ass. Okay. You can see we have 3 options here. Or almost. There are 2 ways to go up. There's a way to go down and a way to go right. So, for starters, we will go... I was going to go up, but let's actually go down. I don't believe you're required to go down. There's an optional area down here. I'd rather keep the fist in the holy water right now. Oh, this guy. Never mind, I definitely want that holy water. I completely forgot about this enemy. He is a real tough customer. Got that holy water. That Hydro Storm is going to be very useful to deal with this guy because look at that. Oh fuck, that's not Hydro Storm. Oops. There we go. Yeah, the Ruler Sword. This is one of those recurring Castlevania enemies, and he's always a toughie. Pretty badass like metal enemy, you know. It's just like a possessed. Not even just a single sword that's possessed. It's a whole collection of weapons. Oh. I forgot why I don't usually go down this way. If you've played Pokemon before, you know what's going on here. You need Flash to get through this. Get a face guard, though. Put that on real quick. Just a little bit of a defense boost, but it's a defense boost. Nonetheless, I'll take it. Anyway, so, this area, yeah, it's very dark. There's an item that you're supposed to use to be able to see and get through here, but I'm gonna be real. You can very easily brute force it. Speaking of brute forcing, I don't really feel like fighting this guy again. Let's just head on out of here. Might as well just quickly stop and, you know, just save real quick. Why the hell not? It takes like 3 seconds to save the game. This isn't a speed run either. I don't care. That's marginally slower than not saving. Anyway. we want to head down there. First of all, we're going to want to, well, first of all, not get hit by these bone archers. Fucking boners. Let's, head back into the devil boss room. I believe he was called the devil. I honestly didn't pay attention. You'll see right here we have the night goggles, which is a head equip. Not as good as what we currently see. Not what we're currently wearing. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I'm saying. As that description says, gives the user the ability to see in the dark to a certain degree. And I think you can probably put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, they want you to equip this night goggles and then head on down here so you can see in the dark. But again, it's pretty trivially easy to just oh shit, I forgot this guy cursed you. I guess we are gonna have to fight him. I'm panicking. Just spam Hydro Storm until he goes down. But we might not even have to spam it. He would stop camping in the side of the floor, that is. An asshole. Back up here. There we go. Anyway, as you can see, now we can actually see down here. Although it's still like Pokemon in that you can't see perfectly. Well, you know, depending on the game, you wouldn't be able to see perfectly. Nope. Just tickled that, I just tickled my scalp with those spikes. Yeah, there's a bunch of spikes in this room, and this is why you need the night goggles, because otherwise you will just hit yourself on the spikes and take a bunch of damage. Or you would think, except, ooh. Let me cut myself off real quick. We got a hint card. There are 6 of these, and as you see in the description, the eyes of the goddess statue point to a secret passage. There are 6 of these hint cards, and every one of them, the description, just gives you it alludes to some sort of secret in the game, usually for a secret area. Anyway, back to what I was saying, there's these spikes here, and you would think they'd do a lot of damage or just kill you if you step on them, but, like, no, not really. So, it is very easy to just, without even getting the night goggles, just kind of run through here, and just kind of spam jumps all the time to get through it. Anyway, another interesting equipped here, we got the Chaos Ring. As you can see, that's actually a unique effect. Increases the strength of the holy water. So there is another 6 ring items. There's one for every sub-weapon in the game. And they don't just increase the damage of your sub-weapon. They actually give some kind of special boost. So let's try that out here in this new area, Aqueduct of Dragons. We don't really need these goggles for the time being, by the way, because we can see just fine in here. So let's put on that face guard again. This is an optional area. It's not a very interesting one. There's some very strange enemies in here. A lot of these fish enemies. They make funny noises. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's just the same noise that the skeleton blaze enemy made back in the skeleton cave area. But yeah, and as you can see, normally when you throw your holy water, it just snakes across the ground. But now that we have the Chaos Ring, it does. You throw it at the ground, and then it shoots like this spread shot and causes the holy water fires to linger. It's actually really cool. Let's keep that on for a while. I don't usually bother with the sub-weapon rings, because I usually just stick to the cross. But it's actually really neat. We will keep using this for a while. I'm gonna dodge that fist though. As much as I like the wind fist combo, I'd definitely rather just do this. Another level up. We're getting quite a few level ups. You usually level up pretty fast in these Castlevania games, because they're never very long. The level cap for these games is typically always, like, 99. Yeah, you can just dash straight under these guys, but we might as well fight them for more EXP. The level cap is typically, like, 99, but the games only ever really expect you to be usually around, like, level 30 to 40 to actually beat them. And in some games, like Symphony of the Night, there's, like, a scaling experience system where the higher level you are compared to an enemy, the less EXP they'll give. Which means even getting to the level cap is usually really impractical and completely overkill. Anyway, there's another save room here. And there's a cross, which we actually will stick with the cross for a little bit. I know, I was just saying how we're going to try out this cool new Holy Water Chaos Ring combo, but there's something way, 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 way better that I want to be showing right now. First of all, let's find find whatever my best defense equip is to put in this slot. Well, I guess it's just the wristband. The Lucky Charm boosts our luck, but luck in this game is kind of completely useless. And we may or may not see why that is the case, but we're getting sidetracked. So, now that we have the Wind Book, we can show the Wind Cross combo, and it is the strongest magic combo in the game, and there's no question, and, well, let's fight this boss, and you get to see why. Get out of his way, and then activate this combo. Yeah. This should speak for itself as to how powerful it is. I mean, look at this. You just get a force field of, crosses that orbit you and damage enemies over and over again for more damage than your whip. I'm sorry, less damage than your whip, but still a lot of damage. Look at this. You can just shred these enemies as this guy spawns. But we're out of MPs. Let's just toss some crosses, like, you know, some normal old crosses. Oh, I did not realize he could jump up on the platform when he does his little spin dash. We do not have enough MP to use that Wind Cross again. That definitely sucks. Oh, jeez, these guys are rolling out. Just keep on smacking this guy, and there we go. Yeah, mostly just wanted to show that. The Wind Cross is broken. It's completely broken. And there's a very curious little trick you can do with it. Let me see if I can actually remember what it is, though. Some button combo you press, but I do not remember what it is. What is it? Well, oh, there it is. What did I just press to actually do that? Well, I don't remember, but as you can see, if you do a specific button combo, you can actually alter the orientation of your Wind Cross, and rather than orbiting around you in a huge ring, it will be a huge horizontal field that just circles around you, which is not really much better than the it's not much better than the default orientation, I don't think. It's actually bugging me. Give me just a quick second to remember how you actually are supposed to do this. Okay. Just checked. It would appear that the input is, if you input up, down, attack, you'll change the orientation of the crosses. Neat stuff. There's nothing in the game that tells you that anywhere, so it's almost like an Easter egg in a sort of way. Yeah, another very good feature of Wind Cross is the fact that you can see it will just automatically hit candles for you, which is usually good. I mean, I suppose it's kind of annoying if you accidentally hit a candle that has like a knife in it, and then you lose your cross, you have to go back and pick it up. But I mean, the Wind Cross is so OP at killing enemies that it doesn't matter. Here, let's try it again, and I'll show you. Look at this. I don't even have to input anything. They're all just gone. Okay, another heart max up. Very nice for it. 129 max hearts now, which is very good. Anyway, while I was yapping about Wind Cross, you can see we reached a new area, the clock tower, the obligatory clock tower. Every single Castlevania's got to have it. Although, if you can see the map here, there's still a few rooms left in the aqueduct we didn't get to, and we will go back for that. Because if you've been paying attention, there's a little surprise at the end of this little clock tower area. We'll just have to get there. Ooh. Thought this was another ruler sword, but no, this is the Spectre, another recurring Castlevania enemy. Like an invisible man with a sword. It can throw you off a little because the hitbox to attack him is not on the sword. You actually have to whip the invisible body, I believe. These guys have such a long animation they take after they get hit that it's kind of easy to just unlock them like that. Ignore the first one just hit me, like, you know, 5 times in a row. Ignore that. Ah, yes, this room. Not an auto-scroller, but a timed platforming segment. For you know, if you've played Tick-Tock Clock in Mario 64 before, if you ever played that game, then this might be a little familiar to you. Well, okay, not really. That's, you know, Tick-Tock Clock has little pendulums, but you don't platform on top of them. What is going on down here? Let's, just crash this little party real quick. Oh my god, the frame rate. Wait, got a new castle map. And, well, that just maps out the rest of the clock tower. And the area where, in the walkway, we could have gone up. And, as you can see, that area is mapped out now. That's pretty good. let's just keep on clearing this place out. I will say the one bad thing about Wind Cross is the fact that you have to deal with the little whooshing sound effect over and over again when it's active. There you go, though. First of all, I got the bayonet. Oh, what the fuck that is? I think it's the helmet. Yeah, it's a very marginally better helmet, too. Wow. And we also... Well, there was an axe here. It's gone now. Let's refresh this room and get the axe back, because we haven't really used the axe yet, other than to fight the very first boss in the first episode, and... Well, it would be kind of boring to just spam Windcross for the entire game, even though that's honestly how I normally play. But, you know, wouldn't be very interesting to watch, I don't think. Oh, that Harpy just came in out of nowhere. I suppose in a room like this, the axe is actually pretty decent, although the damage is quite low relative to the whip, unfortunately. Get out of my way. Anyway, if we go through this door here, we are back in the walkway, and you can see, well, we've just end up looping all the way back around to the devil boss fight room. See, I guess I misremembered exactly what area of the clock tower that was. I thought that was gonna end in the Harmony of Dissonance Classic, that being a dead end, but no, we were actually... I completely forgot that just loops straight back here. Which is definitely better. I was prepared to backtrack, but I guess now we're just gonna have to do a different backtrack, because I still want to see the rest of the aqueduct, so let's just quickly get back down there. Alright, we are back in the aqueduct. We had to go through that dark room again, so that will probably be the only other time the night goggles will ever touch Juice's face for the rest of this playthrough. And I also quickly actually decided to equip the yellow stone, because if I recall correctly, these fish enemies should be weak to electricity. Let's actually test that right now. Let's unequip it and see how much damage I do. Oh, you do 1 extra point of damage with the yellow stone equipped. That's just fantastic. Oh, they're fucking me up. Usually these enemies aren't too difficult to deal with if you just hit them enough. I know, that's crazy. The enemies aren't a threat if you hit them until they die. I know, it's just insane. But, anyway, we got the axe. Let's try the wind axe, which is... Well, you remember the wind cross was a very good spell. The wind axe is not one of those spells. Let's try it out. This wishes it was the wind cross so desperately. It's not good. I don't know if it has any sort of hidden input like the wind cross does, but it doesn't really matter. Wind cross is just better. Although I'll try to hold my tongue there, because if I said that if I said the wind cross was just better, I would be saying that about every single spell combo in the game. Take a look at Fire Axe though. That's pretty cool. Like another homing attack. What's not cool is that my health is getting pretty low, so let's fix that real quick. Let's just chug some potions. And then let's just keep moving on. Yeah, you guys, you can see, you can hit them, and they take forever to actually attack, so they're not really a threat as long as you just attack as soon as they jump out of the water. Oh, look at that. There's the world's slowest guillotines. Oh, well, I guess I look like a dumbass now. Anyway, let's just, get past those, and would you look at that? It's Bluestone. Get another elemental whip attack. This one gives your whip ice element. And a 250 coin bag. I don't... Oh, shit. First of all, let's... Oh, there we go. This actually is a pretty substantial damage increase. We're doing, like, 20-ish extra damage. More importantly, rather than killing these guys in 4 hits, now we get him at 3. That's really, really useful, so... We'll actually leave this bluestone equipped for now, as we go through the rest of the aqueduct. Anyway, I cut myself off a little bit. What was I saying? There's a pipe up here, and look at that, it spawns slimes. No, fuck, what was I saying? I don't remember. And I guess that must mean it wasn't very important. Look at that, we got another Bible. We got the hard gloves. See if that's better than what we got right now. Ooh. It's definitely better. 104 defense, we're definitely starting to get up there. I guess now might as well be a pretty good time to mention this. The stats, I mean, the stats are pretty self-explanatory in this game. You have HP, MP, and hearts, which, you know, they speak for themselves, just your max HP, MP, and hearts. You have strength, which determines the damage of your whip. You have defense, which reduces the amount of damage you receive, I assume. You have your int, which, again, I assume increases damage of sub-weapons and spells, and you have the luck stat, which, well, doesn't do very much. Not the only game in the series with a shitty luck stat, let's just say that. I'm not sure if there's gonna be another good time to really, you know, I will go into depth on what the luck stat does at some point, but when it becomes relevant, I'll bring it up, let's just say that. Now, if you pay attention to the background here, you might notice this interesting looking statue on the wall. And if you remember, earlier we got that hint card. It says, the eyes of the goddess statue point to a secret passage. Really? Well, wonder what that means. Let's find out. Oh, I completely forgot about this guy, Jesus. Oh my god. That would be a good time to test out these spells. Oh my god. Guy's tanky. Let's see, Wind Bible. This is, well, I suppose this is also similar to the Wind Cross. Definitely better than Wind Axe. It's basically Wind Cross Light. It's not bad. Anyway, well, there's just a dead end here. I know. The Harmony of Dissonance Classic. Or so you may think. Because if we take a look at the map here, you can see the room just kind of awkwardly cuts off, implying that there's more to it. And if you recall that hint card, that the eyes of the statue are leading to a secret passage. So, you know, put 2 and 2 together there, and that's right. You can just go straight through this wall, and we got the Nail of Vlad. We got one of Dracula's body parts, so looks like Maxim wasn't just bullshitting when he was talking about that. Let's take a look what it does. Nail of Vlad permanently increases strength. And yeah, as you can see, our strength went up to 96, so it was about a 10-point increase. Pretty nice. So yeah, that's one of our major goals for the game, is to collect all of Dracula's body parts. And what are we going to do with all of them when we get them? Well, I guess you are just going to have to find that out in the next episode, because this one is abruptly ending because we've reached yet another dead end in Harmony of Dissonance, except this time it's actually real. So, next time, we'll explore the clock tower. See ya.